G'day gang, GameolioDan here. How you going? We're back in the Lord of the Rings Online. Trying to find these sands here. A lot of spiders about too. And as I logged in, it was the 11th anniversary celebration for LOTRO. And I got one of these things. Anniversary fireworks. Although I don't know if I got it now, maybe I got it before and I just didn't realize it, but... Oh, set it off. Off she goes. We've got a few other ones as well. Some elf fireworks, some man fireworks. What's the difference between a man firework and an elf firework? Man's a little bit sparkly. And I've got a cooldown here, just got to wait till I use the elf one. Let's see what that does. I would think the elf one would be all sparkly, right? More white sand. Let's head over here. Take out that salamander. Oh! Oh! Jeez. Fiery, flamey salamander thingamajig. Alright, let's see what's an elf one do. Good old green ring. Green and red ring. Alright. Fine. Find the small lead dog. Uh-oh. What's that mean? Does that mean I'm gonna find it inside one of those things? One of those Norbogs? Flickering Limerafin. What's that? Defeat a Limerafin in Evendon. Okay, I'll leave the dune frogs alone. Messing over them and then I get that information about that lead. Also, I got this item here, which I didn't even realize I had. I just happened to have it sitting there in my inventory, and I think it replaces, like, all my tools. Which just means I don't only have to carry that, right? I mean, I haven't done any, gathering in a long time, or any crafting for that matter, but... yeah, that's cool. I had, I think I had a saw there, and something for cutting. Whole bunch of different tools. That's a lot easier if I just have the one tool. "90 salamanders, my goodness." That yew branches. Yeah, I might need to probably this week actually. I'm gonna do work on my professions a little bit. I might go way back and see if I can rank them up. Alright, well that's that quest done, but where's the other? Collect the satchel of glass blowing tools. Oh, we're going back. Okay, fine. In fact, I might be able to use... Be able to just use this and go right back. I hope. I think this was the right one. Nope. For some reason I thought that was close to this area, but it's not. It's all the way back in Oatbarden. Okay, that's fine. See, because there's no cooldown on it, which is a good thing. I'll use this and I'll go directly there. Because with this, there is a cooldown. We've got a 1 hour cooldown. Alright, we're back. Let's go have a chat to all the folks.
How rude!
They took the venom from the spiders? Well, that's no good. And you found hobgoblins as well? That's even worse.
Might I speak with you a moment?
What those goblins want with the spiders in it is a puzzle, to be sure. But there's one thing I do know for certain. They are up to no good. Maybe if you kill off the spiders, the goblins will go away. There's more than anyone can handle out east of here. The North Moors are crawling with them. It certainly won't make any of us sorry to see the beast dead. You just be careful, though.
Is there something I can do for you?
You were able to find the toy, GameolioDan? Ah, I see you did. Many thanks to you.
Might I have a word with you?
If my last task was not too taxing, I am in great need of some assistance from a fellow lover of the written word. I would hope that a hunter of your reputation would be interested in assisting me. Not long ago, I seem to have misplaced a very important leaf of paper while I was walking with my notes. This paper contained the beginning lines of a story I planned on writing for my children that has been conjuring in my head for some time now. Now that most of the town has been sold off, I have not been able to search for my paper. The last time I tried to have a look around, I was chased off by a group of those ruffians. I would rewrite it, but I cannot seem to recall the exact wording. If you could find it, I would be deeply in your debt. I think I dropped it somewhere in town. No worries, Ronald.
What do you need?
You have the sand, and just in the nick of time too. My lads were just finishing up the last of our supplies. Oh. Pearl Goodbody and Wold Hillborough. Not one of them can be bothered to turn around and face me.
Hello there. Might
Hello
I speak
there.
with you a moment?
We use many materials to make different shades of glass. One of the colours I'm tasked with is red. It is not an overly difficult colour to make, but it does require a fair amount of supplies in order to bring out a bright crimson. Salamander scales are the best material I've found around here for producing red glass. Unfortunately, our stores are low, so we cannot make any more red or orange. You can find sand-swept scales on the salamanders within the southern dunes of the Barandalf to the north and east of here. If you could collect me a bunch, I would be grateful. Oh, you got more? Yep, a shade of blue. He wants blue too.
Hello there.
Hello
Might
there.
I speak with you a moment?
We use many materials to make different shades of glass. My favourite colour to make is blue. It is a hard and tricky colour, particularly when you want to make a glass which looks like a flowing river. I've only found one thing that can make it look how I like, and that is the river stones the goblins have taken from the Brandywine. Simple, you say, but not so. I tried to gather them myself, but the colour didn't come out the same. Something the goblins must do changes the stone somehow. If you can go to the Bleak Leaf Crest and collect several of the stones from the goblins for me, I would be grateful. It could make the most beautiful tea set you have ever seen. Alright, Hillborough. A bit of sparkle.
Good day. Might I have a word with you?
The most challenging part of making glass is getting it to sparkle just so. You don't want to do this with all glass, but most you do. We have found that the Limbrafen within the dunes carry or are made of something we call essence. I don't know exactly what it is, nor how they got it. All I know is that it somehow makes glass sparkle, and on that, I'm not even really sure how. You can find the Limrafin among the dunes of the Barandalf, just north of here. Bring me a bunch of their essences and I'll be quite appreciative.
Could I take a moment of your time?
Glass is a difficult thing to colour. There are lots of materials that gather up to make any individual shade. Green is not all that hard to make, but what we use may surprise you. I know the sand and Erbig look brown and blend in with the dunes. However, if you crack their shells and look at the underside, you see a colour as green as the grass itself. You can find the sand and Erbig all over the southern dunes of the Barandalf. Just north of here, bring me a bunch of their shells and I can mix up the powders for some green glass. I take this stuff seriously, I'll tell ya. Oh, more.
Please, stay a moment.
I have lived here for a great time, Hunter, and have studied the behavior of many of the local creatures. Listen to me. When I tell you that a great danger is breeding among the sands of the Barandalf, I speak of the Nerbig, vile insects that can be found now among the dunes in great numbers. If we do not do something, and quickly, I fear that the Nerbig will swarm. Whether they swarm north or south is immaterial, for there are good people in both directions. Travel north of Dwelling into the sands of the Barandalf that line the west bank of the Brandywine River and defeat any sand Nerbig that you find. You got it, Sandheaver. Tooth and
Might I
scale.
have a word with you?
We use the salamander scales as a material to grind down to make glass, and for that, they're important to us. But since Dwelling has been filled with the big folk, we haven't been as focused on gathering materials as we were before. This has caused the salamanders to run rampant. They are beginning to number an amount we cannot control, and I fear any hobbit who ventures out into the dunes may fall victim to one of them. While you're out there, defeat some of them and gather up their teeth. We may be able to find a way to make some clothing that can resist the cutting more. Be careful, GameolioDan. The salamanders can be vicious if you are not prepared. Alright, folks. Get me out of here.
Is there something I can do for you?
Yeah, man. You certainly can. Just hang on a second. Hang on a second. I should lock that down. It is locked down, isn't it? No, it's not. Okay. I thought it did lock that down. I think the rest of it we're good to sell. I like some fireworks, but I might just sell that last one. I'm going to keep this one, though. Seems like I can just use this one forever. That's right, guys. Celebrate with me. Don't you feel like celebrating? Do you feel like partying?
Hello.
Hello, mate. While we're here, let's clear this up. Alright. It's worth a gold, all this stuff, isn't it? Should have been hanging on to these woodworker gates, so I'm going to crack these open over the next week. I'll just lock all this stuff down. Yeah, I'm hoping to sort of level up some of these professions a little bit. See if I can start doing something with all these items that I keep picking up and selling. Let's sell that. Hang on to this. My fibers. Oh, did I sell the coins? I did too, didn't I? Ah, I shouldn't have sold those coins. Anyway, that doesn't really matter. We're at 3,595. Still able to go beyond that, so beyond the 2 gold, which is good. Possibly, yeah, maybe I should repair. Okay. Alright, folks, we're good. Let's get out of here. Got some LOTRO points. Deed bestowed, deed completed. Good. Congratulations, you've been awarded 10 LOTRO points. Nice. Alright, first destination. It said go through there and start looking for that guy's notes. Which should be here somewhere. Oh, I can see it sparkling. I'm just wondering whether we're going to get another quest. Afterwards, we just say, go in there and wipe them out. Wipe them out, all of them. Or maybe we'll get a scenario where we actually wipe them all out. And those folks, the Glassblowers, can go back in. Alright, we got that guy's lost leaf. In a hole in the ground there lived a boar. In the margin behind this line is scrawled red. No, that's not it. Aha. Good old Ronald, here you go.
Just a moment.
I simply cannot start my book without that page. Have you found it yet? Ah, I see you have. Many thanks.
Please, stay a moment.
Well now, you have been helpful, haven't you? If you could, I do have one last task for you to assist me with. Among the hobbits of the Shire, a love of languages and written works is quite uncommon. A few of my fellow colleagues and I have formed a small informal gathering of sorts for those of us who revel in such art as the writing and listening of fictional stories. We usually meet in the evenings down at the Bird, that is, the Bird and the Baby Inn, in Mitcheldeliving. With the return of my lost paper, I really should get started on my new book, but I haven't an inkling how I should reach my friends in time to tell them of my absence. If you would, go quickly and visit Jack Lewis down at the Bird and Baby before the meeting starts, and let him know that I will not be making it tonight. Hey, I get your pipe. Right, that's alright. Right, well... What you want me to go to... go back to the Shire. Now... I might be able to do that, right? I can do that, okay. But I've just used this. So I might do that later on. First we'll go back to the Barandalf and do all those quests. That way I can go zip on back to the Shire and then zip on back over here. I love the music! Ah! I think I've been saying this quite often, like every episode or so. It's good! I really enjoy it. I think it's on Spotify, actually. I have to have a check. Have a check out. See if it's all on there. Alright, this is what we're after. At least this is some of what we're after. Got the salamanders, got everything down here. Shells, gonna get there. Better make all the colours of the... all those colours that they need for their glass. Salamander over here. It's pretty much up and down the water here. In fact, it seems to cross over. Yeah, I guess we're alright if we just hang around this area. But let's go for a wander. Yeah, so there's a couple of things like that and the anniversary event, and I want to get involved in that. And see what I get. Maybe I get a, hey, maybe we get a new horse out of it. Who knows? It's good to see a game like this still continuing on after a decade. You know, there's every chance that it's going to be around for another decade, you know? Heck, games like EverQuest are still around, right? And Ultima Online, I think that's still around, and it's good. Wonder if they could ever bring back a game like Star Wars Galaxies. City of Heroes, you know. Some of those games had really some great communities, and sure they'd love to see the return of a game like that. I don't know what costs are. I wonder what the costs are of running an MMO. LOTRO, what are the costs? I would like to know. It'd be interesting to know, you know. Hey, just like a sort of ballpark figure of how much it actually costs to run these things. I mean, yeah, there's the staff side, but I mean in terms of servers, you know, and all that. Wonder what that cost is. And I wonder if it's a lot cheaper than it once was to run older games, you know, more so than the new games. Oh, we got we're 13 of 90 into that one. But I think we've got all the salamanders that we need. We need, what do we got? 3 more of these. See, I've been just trying to think of things that I could possibly do on stream with this character. And I guess one of the things I could do is, if you have a look and, like, salamanders here, 14 of 90. I guess I could do things like that. Go hunting, you know? Just take out salamanders and get those deeds completed. There's still others, I think there's other zones that I haven't been able to do. I was too high in terms of level that I haven't been through. So maybe there's a chance I could go through those as well. Like, for example, Ered Luin, I believe, this area, and I'm sure there's others as well. There goes. We can have a party. Oh, also, of course, dungeons. That'd be the big one, right? I don't think I've actually ever done a dungeon with other people in it. Okay. Getting a bunch of snakes and serpents over here. Lurkers. I need you. I need you, sir. That's it. Give me that essence. Beautiful. Got some Nerbig around here. Certainly a lot of crawlers. Huge sand Nerbig in the Barandalf. Huge Nerbig. Can I use this to find them? Nothing's showing up here. Maybe it's further up. Sand lurkers. There's a big old statue over here. That looks really cool. Jeez, check that out. Your busted up sword. Alright, where's this Nerbic? I am in the right place. This place is glowing hot. Down by the sands. Great numbers on the Barandalf on either side of the road that runs through the sand dunes along the west side of the Brandywine. I'm getting a lot of lurkers, but not much else over here. See if I can use that again. Norbog. Huge sand Norbog. No, I want Nerbig. Not Norbog. It's close, but not quite the same thing. Alright, I guess we'll go back south, see if we can find it down there.